If you want to learn about conditional mixes, make sure to watch this video to the end. Hi, this is Anita from English Station. Welcome to my channel. Let's cut to the chase. Conditional mix 1 includes of unreal past affecting present. That's why it is mixed, because it's not unreal past affecting past or unreal present affecting present. When unreal past affects present, then we have conditional mix 1. That's to say, if I had taken aspirin, I wouldn't have a headache now. Something in the past affects present. How is it made? I'll tell you how. Let me tell you that this video is not made for beginners or lower intermediate levels. If I hadn't gone bankrupt, I wouldn't live on the street now. If I had taken my mom's advice, I would be somebody now. If I hadn't been so down to earth, you wouldn't dare to insult me like that. If I hadn't drunk so much alcohol, I wouldn't have an accident now. If I hadn't trusted you, I would have a much better life now. What about you guys? Did you ever do something terrible in the past that has a terrible effect in your life today? Tell me about that in the comment. I'm gonna read every individual answers. Now it's time to see if there are any other conditional mixes out there. Of course there are. Sometimes it's exactly the opposite of conditional mix 1. I mean, the present time can have an effect on the past. But wait, how can the present time possibly affect the past? It's usually about the characteristics that have been with us all our life. For example, I am a selfish person. I have always been selfish. If I weren't selfish, I would have asked you to go on a trip with me. Or I am scared of snakes. I've always been. If I weren't scared of snakes, I would have gone to the reptile zoo last week. Simply need the first part of conditional type 2 with the second part of conditional type 3. Simple past is followed by past modals. Now I'm going to make 5 more examples before you come up with your own examples. If I didn't have a Rolls Royce, she wouldn't have fallen in love with me. If I took my multivitamins regularly, I wouldn't have got sick yesterday. Maybe if you weren't so arrogant, she wouldn't have divorced you. Well, maybe if you respected people more, you might have had a shoulder to cry on when you encountered that problem. Oh, maybe if I were more beautiful, they would have chosen me as the model. If you were more hardworking, you wouldn't need me to teach you about mixed conditionals. You would have learned it on your own. Now, can future affect the past too? Strange, but yes. If I weren't moving to my new house next month, I would have come to your birthday party last week. It means that I'm busy moving to my new house. However, it's not going to happen until next month, but I'm too busy that I couldn't join you to the party last week. If I didn't have to get ready for my dissertation proposal defense, I would have invited you to cinema last week. If I didn't want to sell my car tomorrow, I wouldn't have washed it yesterday. The hypothetical situation in the past could affect future. My example would be, if I hadn't resigned from my job, I would get my salary tomorrow. If I hadn't had a surgery, I could go for a run next Monday. Now, future can also affect the present time. If I didn't have an exam tomorrow, I wouldn't feel so nervous now. If I didn't have an important lecture on Wednesday, I didn't have to practice so hard and I could rest a little bit. As you noticed, you only need to learn about conditional mix 1 and 2, and the rest will be said only by adding time to the clauses. You don't need to do anything extra. So I don't think that's really hard to learn about conditional mixes. Make sure to watch my video related to non-mixed conditionals, I mean conditional type 0, 1, 2, and 3, to leave nothing behind. Knowing about conditionals is one thing, practicing is another. If you really want to master any kind of conditionals that you feel a little uncomfortable with, make sure to write at least 30 examples with that specific conditional in different formats: questions, negative, positive, use be verbs, use have, and by this way I guarantee you're gonna ace it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do it now and turn on the notification bell not to miss any updates about the new grammar and other vocabularies and new lessons.